Hey guys, it's Victoria. So I want you to listen to these two sentences and tell me what you think. Number one, did you like my presentation? And number two, did you like my presentation? Now, interesting, right? Same exact words, but different intonation and stress produces a totally different meaning and attitude. So, if you guys haven't guessed, that is going to be the topic of today's video, the extreme importance of sentence stress and intonation to effectively communicate exactly what you mean to communicate in American English. Now, I made a video about sentence stress and intonation very recently, and I had a really great response from you all, so I decided to go with it and make you another one. If you have not seen that video, I do suggest that you start there because I delve into some core concepts in that video that I'm not going to touch on in this video, and I'm going to link that video for you guys right up behind me. And I will mention as well that I'll be making lots more videos in the future about sentence stress, intonation, so if you haven't done so already, subscribe and hit that notification bell and YouTube will keep you posted. So in today's video, we are going to be breaking down two work-related sentences for their sentence stress and intonation. The first, let's go back to the sentence I said at the very beginning. I said, did you like my presentation? And, did you like my presentation? I want you guys to tell me which of those sentences sounded more confident. Number one or number two? I'll read them again for you guys. Did you like my presentation? Or, did you like my presentation? The one that sounds more confident is number two. Did you like my presentation? The one in which I'm putting the stress on the final noun, presentation. So, what meaning am I communicating then if I say, did you like my presentation? I am communicating that I am very humble and meek and perhaps a little bit self-deprecating, and I'm asking if you maybe kind of sort of liked my presentation a little bit, but I know it was probably really bad because I'm bad at presentations, but did you like it? Did you maybe like it? So what you're really doing by saying, did you like my presentation, is that you're putting the likingness of your presentation up for question. So sometimes that might be exactly how you want to come across. There's nothing wrong with being able to be meek or humble or even self-deprecating as you wish. However, if you genuinely wanted to know if someone liked your amazing presentation and you want them to think that you thought it was amazing, you should put your stress on presentation and not on like. All right, guys, so let's have a look at our sentences. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you first just the words in the sentence. Word, 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 word. But in English, of course, because English is stress timed, that isn't how we actually say our sentences. So I'm going to be switching up which word I stress in the sentence. And again, I want you to figure out the appropriate context for that sentence. So the first one, the words are going to be, Jen is driving in from Boston. So if I tried to read that flat, it would sound like, Jen is driving in from Boston. Very robotic sounding to a native English speaker's ears. So instead, let's try this. Jen's driving in from Boston. What is my winning word? Jen's driving in from Boston. The winner is Boston. Now, what context would that be appropriate in? It would probably be something like, you knew Jen was arriving to your hometown, but you had no idea where she was coming in from. So that's the interesting information, that Jen is coming in from Boston. Let's look at another one. How about Jen's coming in from Boston? Jen's coming in from Boston. What is our winning word in this sentence? The winner is Jen. So what context would this be appropriate in? It would probably be something like, you knew someone was coming in from Boston. Like, let's say that you are organizing a conference and you saw one person registered from Boston, but you had no idea who that might have been. And then your friend says to you, oh, did you know? Jen's coming in from Boston. So Jen is the winner of this sentence. Jen is the interesting part of this sentence. From Boston is boring. It's old news. Let's check out Jen is coming in from Boston. Jen is coming in from Boston. What is the winning word now? The winner is. So, what context would this be appropriate in? This one would be appropriate if you were really, really emphasizing is rather than is not. So if someone's expectation was that Jen was no longer coming in, but you had the insider scoop that yes, she is, you could say, Jen is coming in from Boston. So for example, your coworker could have said, ooh, I heard there's gonna be a snowstorm. I bet Jen's gonna cancel, but I just talked to Jen like 1 minute ago. I could say, Jen is coming in from Boston. She just told me that. What else do we have here? Okay, how about Jen is driving in from Boston? What is my winning word there? Jen is driving in from Boston. The winner is driving. So what context would this be appropriate in? It would be something like if you expected something different. So if your friend says to you, oh, what time is Jen's flight getting in? And you could say, no, Jen's driving in from Boston, i.e., you assumed that she was flying in from Boston, but she decided to drive. Jen's driving in from Boston. Any other good ones here? No, it would be really strange to stress from, so we wouldn't say Jen is driving in from Boston. That sounds a little bit bizarre. So let's look at our next sentence, guys. The words are, did Ted enjoy the conference? Did Ted enjoy the conference? That doesn't mean anything, right? So let's stress one of the words and see what we get. What if I said, did Ted enjoy the conference? What's my winning word there, guys? Did Ted enjoy the conference? The winner there is the. What context would this work in? No context. That sounds very bizarre. There is no good reason to say, did Ted enjoy the conference? Because there was only one conference he attended, and the is a really boring grammatical function word. So that sentence would carry no valid meaning. So let's look at another one. How about, did Ted enjoy the conference? What's the winning word? Did Ted enjoy the conference? The winner is conference. So what context would that have been appropriate in? That's really just the most common way to say this sentence. So, you know, Ted went to a conference. You're just being curious. Did Ted enjoy the noun? Did Ted enjoy the conference? So there's no kind of presupposition that he did or didn't like it. You are just wanting to know. So let's look at, did Ted enjoy the conference? What is the winning word? Did Ted enjoy the conference? So the winner here is Ted. So what context would this be appropriate in? This would be appropriate if, let's say, two of your coworkers came back from the conference and your boss is going on and on about your coworker, Zay. Zay loved the conference. He had amazing things to say about the conference. He was thrilled about it, but he's not saying anything about Ted. So you want to know, did Ted also like the conference? So in that case, you could say, did Ted enjoy the conference? As opposed to Zay. So now let's look at, did Ted enjoy the conference? Did Ted enjoy the conference? What is the context in which this would be appropriate? So this one actually kind of implies that I want you to agree with me. So I'm putting the enjoy or not up for question. So this can actually go one of two ways. It can be that I want you to agree with me that he did like it, or I want you to agree with me that he didn't like it. So let's assume that I am the organizer of this said conference. So if I run into Ted's boss and I say, "Did Ted enjoy the conference?" I'm saying this from the point of view of, I know my conference was amazing. I'm assuming you're about to say yes, so I'm kind of putting you on the spot gently. Did Ted enjoy the conference? I'm going for yes. What if, though, I had told Ted to not go to that conference because I went last year and it was an utter disaster. And then I run into Ted's coworker and I say, so did Ted enjoy the conference? And in this case, I'm expecting that you are going to say, no, you were right. We should have listened to you. Ted did not enjoy the conference at all. All right, guys, last one here. What if I said, did Ted enjoy the conference? What is my winning word? Did Ted enjoy the conference? The winner here is the word did. Now, what situation would be appropriate to say this in? So this one would be probably something like, let's pretend I said to you a normal question. Did Ted like the conference? And you don't say yes or no to me. Instead, you say, well, Ted really loved some of the presenters and some of them were really terrible. And he loved the food. He thought it was amazing and they even had gluten-free options for him, but the facility was freezing and they blasted the air conditioning the whole time. And then one of his sessions started late, but it was actually the best session. And so if someone's kind of rambling on and not getting to the point, and you just want to know yes or no, like what was Ted's consensus? Was it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? You could say, so did Ted enjoy the conference? And you're really kind of pushing someone to give you a clear yes or no answer. All right, you guys, well, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that you're getting clarification about English sentence stress and intonation and that you're seeing that it is very, very, very important. So I will be posting more videos in the coming weeks and months, so stay tuned for those. And if you have any questions about sentence stress or intonation, don't be shy. Please feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.